Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. I would like you to remember a time many, many years ago when you were a young child and your life was completely in the hands of your parents. You didn't have to think about anything. You didn't have to worry about anything. You didn't have to wonder how your needs would be met. Somehow they all were, if you were lucky enough to have that kind of nurturing upbringing. Even walking when you could walk, just sort of putting your finger up and having your parent hold that finger connected you to them so that you had a certain sense of independence, but also the protection and comfort of knowing that everything was okay and that it's okay to be the way you are right then because everything is taken care of. In your life, you will find that many scenarios get recapitulated. They show up again in a different form, but it's the same feeling. You may wonder, why would I have ever left that? What is it in me that wants to let go of my father or mother's hand? I can do it myself. Let me walk myself. I want to go across the street. Don't hold my hand. That scenario is reminiscent of this pattern where we wish to try things out for ourselves, not be connected. If it's done right, a child wants to venture, once they can walk, they want to venture around the corner. But for them to do that safely, they have to know that, number one, if they fall down and cry, you'll be there. And number two, when they come back, you'll be there. If either of these things doesn't happen, if they fall down and no one is there, or if they come back and you're gone, it changes things. It makes life different. All of us can't help but experiment with our own independence. And there's a certain amount of guilt doing that we have to deal with, of not just staying connected as we feel that we should, or have we been told that we should. The idea of free will is something that's very tricky to understand. As it turns out, you can use your free will to create anything you want. But the most powerful thing you can do with your free will is to actively choose to surrender it to something larger. This is not the same thing as being a little child and not knowing the difference. It's taking the free will that you have not to be connected and to connect. To surrender what you think you know and what you think you need. And to trust something larger that with your free will you have access to. If you're wondering how to do that, sometimes the best way to do it is to look at where you're spending your time, look at where you're focusing right now, and ask yourself, is this pursuit, this independent pursuit that I'm doing, bringing me joy? Is it really bringing me fulfillment and happiness? When I stay busy, when I make money, when I distract myself, is there joy in that? Because The nature of your soul is joy itself and peace and excitement without consequence of danger. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing, even the routines that I think are good, is that bringing me peace and joy? Is that connecting me with who I really am? If it is, you'll know it. You'll feel it. What you're looking for often requires you to disconnect with what you're not looking for, with what could never feed you. So this free will of yours, when you can forgive yourself for letting go of your father's hand, also allows you to grab that hand again, but with the consciousness of your will, a decision on your part to choose love, to choose peace, and to choose a wisdom that's beyond your personal experience, to trust, to not fully understand what's happening, but to have complete faith that what is happening is of God, is of good, is your good, is your birthright, is the love that you are, freely chosen. Let yourself examine where you spend your time, where you focus, and ask yourself, is this of God? Is this bringing me the joy that I seek? And if not, reconsider where you put your focus. Be still, and all of this will be apparent to you. I love you very much, and I'll speak to you again soon.